Introduction to Fiscal Policy, using government spending and taxation to influence the economy. Presentation overview. Definition and objectives of fiscal policy. Fiscal policy refers to the use of government spending, taxation, and borrowing to influence economic activity. The objectives of fiscal policy include stabilization of the economy, reduction of unemployment, and control of inflation. Expansionary and contractionary fiscal policy. Expansionary fiscal policy involves increasing government spending or reducing taxes to stimulate economic growth, while contractionary fiscal policy involves decreasing government spending or increasing taxes to slow down the economy. Effects of fiscal policy on employment and inflation. Fiscal policy has a significant impact on employment and inflation. Expansionary fiscal policy can lead to an increase in employment and inflation, while contractionary fiscal policy can lead to a decrease in employment and inflation. What is fiscal policy? Definition of fiscal policy. Fiscal policy is the government's use of taxation and spending to influence the economy. Its main objectives are to promote economic growth, stability, and full employment. Expansionary fiscal policy. Expansionary fiscal policy involves increasing government spending or reducing taxes to stimulate economic growth during a recession. Contractionary fiscal policy involves decreasing government spending or increasing taxes to slow down economic growth during an inflationary period. Definition of fiscal policy: government spending. Fiscal policy involves government spending, which can be used to stimulate economic growth by increasing demand and creating jobs. Taxation. Fiscal policy also involves taxation, which can be used to balance the budget and control inflation by reducing demand. Economic stability. The main objective of fiscal policy is to stabilize the economy by promoting economic growth, full employment, and price stability. Objectives of fiscal policy: promote economic growth. Fiscal policy is used to promote economic growth by increasing government spending or reducing taxes to stimulate demand and increase investments. Maintain price stability. Fiscal policy is used to maintain price stability by adjusting taxes and government spending to control inflation and deflation. Achieve full employment. Fiscal policy is used to achieve full employment by increasing government spending or reducing taxes to create jobs and reduce unemployment. Types of fiscal policy. Expansionary fiscal policy. Expansionary fiscal policy is a type of fiscal policy used to stimulate economic growth during a recession. This involves increasing government spending or reducing taxes to encourage consumer spending and investment. Contractionary fiscal policy. Contractionary fiscal policy is a type of fiscal policy used to slow down the economy during inflationary periods. This involves decreasing government spending or increasing taxes to reduce consumer spending and investment. Expansionary fiscal policy. Stimulating economic growth. Expansionary fiscal policy is used to stimulate economic growth during a recession by increasing government spending and reducing taxes to boost aggregate demand and create jobs. Aggregate demand. Aggregate demand represents the total demand for goods and services in the economy. Expansionary fiscal policy is designed to increase aggregate demand by increasing government spending and reducing taxes. Higher inflation. Expansionary fiscal policy can lead to higher inflation if not managed properly. Increased government spending and lower taxes can lead to an increase in the money supply, which can cause prices to rise. Contractionary fiscal policy. Purpose of contractionary fiscal policy. Contractionary fiscal policy is used to control inflation in the economy. When inflation is high, the government can reduce spending and increase taxes to reduce aggregate demand and slow down economic growth. Impact on aggregate demand. Contractionary fiscal policy reduces aggregate demand by decreasing government spending and increasing taxes. This decreases the amount of money in circulation and slows down economic growth. Risk of higher unemployment. Contractionary fiscal policy can lead to higher unemployment if not managed properly. As government spending decreases, the economy slows down and businesses may lay off workers to cut costs. Fiscal policy and the economy. Fiscal policy and unemployment. Fiscal policy can impact unemployment levels by influencing the level of aggregate demand in the economy. Increased government spending or tax cuts can lead to an increase in consumer and business spending, which can create job opportunities and decrease unemployment rates. Fiscal policy and inflation. Fiscal policy can influence inflation by affecting the overall level of demand in the economy. If the government increases spending or reduces taxes, this will increase the demand for goods and services and lead to an increase in prices over time. Fiscal policy and unemployment. Fiscal policy and employment. Fiscal policy is an important tool to influence employment levels in an economy. Expansionary fiscal policy can help to create jobs and reduce unemployment, while contractionary fiscal policy can lead to job losses and higher unemployment. Expansionary fiscal policy. Expansionary fiscal policy involves increasing government spending or reducing taxes to stimulate economic growth. This can create jobs and reduce unemployment. Contractionary fiscal policy. Contractionary fiscal policy involves decreasing government spending or increasing taxes to slow down economic growth. This can lead to job losses and higher unemployment. Fiscal policy and inflation. Expansionary fiscal policy. Expansionary fiscal policy can lead to higher inflation if demand grows faster than supply, causing prices to rise. Contractionary fiscal policy. Contractionary fiscal policy can reduce inflation by slowing down economic growth, leading to lower demand and lower prices. Conclusion. Fiscal policy is a crucial tool for governments to stabilize the economy. By understanding its types, we can better appreciate its impact on economic growth, inflation, and employment. Thank you.